tugenda mu maaso
Omulwanyisa.
oli mulosi joining utambule this world will have a few days to live.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have as in after 100 years you won't be there to 28 nalwana chalwana no.
Yeah.
So for me I believe we went. The South Africans took Amapiano,
Yes.
never Syndic. The Nigerians took the Afrobeat, never Syndic. Ugandans got their Chidandali, never Syndic.
Nature Chafe.
Tanzania, they got their
Bongo, yeah.
Bongo flavor, never Syndic. But all of us were pushing to the same audience, global audience. But the audience has chosen one, and now has chosen a second one. They have chosen Afrobeat and Amapiano.
Yes.
So join the other and go, because that's what has been. You're not going to fight. You can join the other, go get there. Once you're there, you start introducing yours.
Yes.
You get it? Because that's what the Nigerians did, that's what the South Africans did. They got onto the globe, they got into the production houses, the record companies,
yes.
the TVs, the radios.
Yes.
After getting there with whichever way they used, then they started to come and pick their sounds.
Oh, yeah.
And then introduce them. You don't want to come from zero, you as an individual, and then you also carrying a luggage of a sound. First take the brand,
yes.
and then once the brand sits on the table,
yes.
you come back and pick the sounds.
Kino ekintu kyewandisubidde nti Abannayuganda banditambudde naawe ne bakuwagira ne bakisindika, and you've invested a lot in it. We're going to talk about the real statistics for the financial investment. But
yes.
Now instead of people supporting BebeCool, ate Abannayuganda balinga abakuba obukubi. There are a couple of people that have come out to criticize, the sound, the approach, and everything.
No. Actually, it's just, if I may say, it's just a few. But like 98% of the people who have heard the album
yes.
are fully appreciative of the album, of the quality, not just the quality, but the songs themselves.
And the direction.
The beats, It's just because people haven't yet really sat down to listen deeply to the album. But those who have, everybody has more than 5 songs on that album.
Also, Ugandans, we're having an issue with consuming music.
Yes.
Ngatumu streaming. You know this. Audience yafe. Abantu abasinga omugamba nti genda ku platform A, B, C, and D.
Yes.
With the economy we are living in, it's not a culture.
Yes. Yeah, it is, as you know, things grow. This is a developing country. If you look at where we come from, internet, we will not wait until when everybody has a smartphone for us to join the world. The world has moved on. Music is about streaming. So starting from the few numbers that we have, say between 5 million to 10 million people with smartphones, government started long ago to make sure to avail internet.
Yeah.
It's moving. Today at least it's a bit cheaper than yesterday.
Yeah.
But we need it way cheaper or even closer to free. Because these countries that we actually want to compete with, they have unlimited Wi-Fi. Okay? So when you have unlimited Wi-Fi, then you will have people do their businesses fully on the internet, which will decongest the city or the cities. I'll give you an example. If I can do all my business on the phone, then why would I drive to the road? Yeah. You get it?
I hear
If you can do your presentation here and I do my presentation, you link with me on the internet.
Why would you come here?
Why would I drive all the way to Galaxy?
Yeah.
Now, for music, it's the same thing. Actually, not just music, every other business.
Yes.
The cheaper the internet, the easier the economy runs faster. You get it? The science has not yet been. I don't know I know they're working hard around it, and I know in the next 2 years, basically, I'm very sure that once our GDP grows better, which is say in the next 2 years, let's say the oil starts to run. Yeah. Because for me, I like to paint a clear picture. Uganda discovered oil. Yep. The oil is being processed now.
Drilled now. Yes.
The pipeline is maybe 60-70%.
But almost done.
Almost done. Yeah. It will be done in they say maybe in the next 1.5 years, but for me, let me say 2 years. Okay. Now, if that one starts dropping and we start linking up with an excess of $1.5 billion in the economy every financial year.
Yes.
Okay, at a minimum of $1.5 billion every financial year. It means that the basic things that are very important will have to be addressed by government.
Yes.
That is the cheapest
internet. Yeah.
Roads, access, free education.
Yes.
Because all those issues matter. You want people to be educated enough to be able to read what is on the internet, to be able to be creative.
Yes.
Without them looking for jobs, to be able to go research, because there's a lot on the internet that now if you research, you can be able to do your own production of any kind of product in the world, be it music, be it shoes, be it what. So for that to happen, government has to specifically point at specific issues and solve them in general, and then they are easily solvable.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Don't you feel like now you're selling a product to a market ready or would you consumer? Because I like the fact that you also understand that our internet,
yes,
see cheap, yes, and Ugandans have not yet understood the habit of consuming music online. Wetubuza audience eri wano no babuza bameka abagule nyimba online. Tujafuna woba ogule nyimba online, let me see your hand up.
Streaming
ngo sasula oluyimba n'ogamba nti ngenda kugula oluyimba lwa bebe. No, streaming. Okay, yes.
Tugamba kugula.
Yes.
Tugambe streaming.
Yes.
Streaming. Do you guys stream? Yes. Spotify, Amazon,
yes.
Apple Music.
These are applications that have oyina okubanga oyina subscription smartphone okusubscribinga ne bakutema akasente ka buli mwezi.
Naye ekizibu oyogera ku kasente ke batema oyinza okutiisa omuntu atuwuliriza. Ekintu kiri nti olina okugenderako ne sente meka, because olaba bannayuganda ebintu ebyo babadde abayimbi tebannyonnyola bintu ebyo. Ebintu ebyo biri very easy.
Yes.
Ani ali ku Spotify a streaming, how much do you pay per month?
Omutwalo.
Kakati bo downloadinga app ya Spotify, okay, osasula omutwalo gumu buli mwezi. Omutwalo gumu ze $2 nga 2.5. Kati obeera owuliriza music yonna worldwide, isn't it?
Yes.
Kati omutwalo gumu gye mitwalo 12 omwaka. Ate nga tebakugamba nti sasulirawo emitwalo 12, gwe just oteekayo gumu
buli mwezi.
Naye nga ate bo downloadinga app eyo ng'ogulawo account eyo, bakuwa emyezi 3 egisooka gya bwereere. So the issue is not about Ugandans not being able to afford. The issue is about Ugandans lacking the right information. Omunagana bombuli oyina okugenda mu detail n'omugaba baganda bange mu downloadinga obuntu buno babuyita Spotify.
Yes.
Kati oguddako ngenda kubanga n'ebigambo mbispelinga
mu kitegeere
kubanga music wa David Lutalo kwali. Okay. Buli wowuliza David Lutalo, and we also must teach them the reasons why we are insisting on that. Ebirungi ebirimu.
Yes.
Abayimbi tebakyali, ensi yonna kati tekyanoonya mbu omuyimbi ono yakubye hiiti, mbu hiiti yakabi okusobola okukola naawe, oba ezo festivals zemwagala, oba omuyimbi ogenda international. Kati omuyimbi ogenda international kiriko ekintu ekikimu. Omuyimbi alina okuba nga music we bamu-streaminga nnyo ng'alina numbers nene. Omuyimbi bw'aba alina 20 million, 30 million streams oba 50 million streams, kitegeeza ne bwaba muyimbi mu America nga Chris Brown, ajja mutunulira
agamba kikyayina ekyo.
Oyo abantu abo balina 5 million mbeetaaga streams ezo zalina. Abantu abawuliriza music we 5 million abantu abo mbeetaaga nange bawulirize owange ne bwe ziba 2 million. Naye ate okustreaminga 2 million osobola okubeera n'abantu 1 million ne bawuliriza ennyimba ezo emirundi 2. Buli omu ng'aluwuliriza
emirundi 2 n'oweza streams ezo.
N'oweza streams ezo.
Aba Nigeria, I think they are close to 300 million when you look at their population. Fetuli million ya tano.
Yes.
The reason why they are giving us headache on the international market is because bewa gira bonga bo.
Yes.
They have the numbers.
That's true.
Tuli batini.
Yes.
We are divided as a country.
Yes.
On so many fronts. And to just sanga BebeCool akoze chintu ekyakabi. Yes, abamu bamuwagidde naye ate abalala bamukuba. How hopeful are you that the Ugandans are going to support you to push on the international front? Like
I'm very hopeful.
Yes.
I'm very hopeful because Uganda just what they need. Kubawa facts endala. I'll give you a good example of South Africa. Munyambe kao mugogolinge population for South Africa. South Africa is a very big country by land.
Yes.
Square meters or acreage or etaka.
Yes.
Okay. But
in terms of land mass,
nene.
Yes.
Okay. But it is going to surprise you. Tebawera millioni 25 abantu.
South Africa?
Yes.
No, South Africa is heavily populated.
No, not at all.
Magic sokoletewa ne simu tu. 64 million.
64 million.
64 points, yes.
Okay.
South Africa is,
good.
Yes.
64.7.
Yes.
But do you know how many times South Africa
stream their music?
No. Of size here compared to Uganda, which is 50. Right now, I think, let's say we are 50. 50
million.
50 million, Balibali 64 million. Now, do you know the size of Uganda compared to the size of South Africa? Twins okubanga batulimu emirundi singa ebiri.
Joka, South Africa is a big country.
More than twice.
They have so many
more
big provinces,
twice.
Yes.
Chitegeeza bw'obanga obala numbers bala nti South Africa, how comes here is successful mu streaming n'ebintu ebyo?
Yeah.
N'okusinga Nigeria, which is 300 million. Because South Africa, ebyo ebintu ebikola even more than Nigeria. Yes, we know the level of development.
Yes.
Yes, we know the level of
investment. Yes.
But there are two sides of South Africa. Waliwo bali bennyini aba South Africa baddugavu abakyali mu bwavu be banje nnyo boyinza okugamba nti bali miliyoni nearly nga 4 then ne bali abasala line aba wakati balinga 10-15 then abasala line okitegeera naye bo basobodde okubreaking a worldwide. So issue your numbers is it's population. It depends on how you use your population.
Oh yeah.
Nze kyendowooza because gwe bwokeera kumaca n'ogamba nti buli lunaku nina okustreaminga album ya Bebe nenjizanya yonna namba omulundi gumu daily. Ojja kwesanga nga in a week ozanye 16 songs times 7.
Oh yeah.
So 16 times 7.
Bank what the numbers?
Obo mpadde numbers per week mpadde over 100.
Ngezaako tunuulira fani wa BebeCool ow'ekaberebere. Ow'eggulu ow'ekitugumu nga ka internet tannakategeera bulungi ye omuplaningidde otya mweno new direction and approach big size jaina
oyo plan oyo fani wange ow'ekaberebere oweewa nja mugamba kintu kimu ekisookera ddala bwe twogera ku streams tekitegeeza nti twogera ku nnyimba ez'oluzungu zokka. Omuyimbi baba boogera ku streams ze babala ennyimba zonna z'alina ku
katalogu ye.
So kuliko ez'oluganda kuliko ez'oluzungu. So kitegeeza ne fani w'e Masaka ow'eruweero asobola okusigala ng'awuliriza waya ng'amustreaminga. N'asigala ng'awuliriza kyovula njogera nkuteeramu abayimba ab'oluganda kati BebeCool aina zi waya zi kapere zani yes osobola okusiga ngoziwuliriza ngozistreaminga naye stream eyemu gyoba owuliriza buli lwoba streamings ebalibwa ku ezo streams zetunoonya so si just streams zaki eza break the chains lwakuba nti kati ku ssaawa eno abantu abategeera oluzungu ennyo globo gyeraze tubagamba okustreaminga break the chains kuba twagala specifically album eyo efune streams ennyingi naye nga jjukira kati abantu baffe edda badownloadinganga kati okudownloadinga oluyimba ate kiri more expensive okusinga
okustreaming oluwuliriza
kubanga streaming okozesa omutwalo gumu ennaku 3 n'owuliriza ennyimba bwoba oli wa nnyimba osobola okuwuliriza ennyimba 5 naye ate mu kudownloadinga essimu yo first of all tesobola kubeera na space esobola kudownloadinga nnyimba 10 nesigala nga ekyakola
I hope you're following the conversation. Let me know where you're tuning from. Wobwine chibuzo a number ya WhatsApp erino tumusanvu no tumusanvu muno tibiri. The audience is also here. I'm going to be crossing over to you guys. Mudachi Cantininho, DJ Magic Touch is also here. We're going to be playing a couple of songs okuva ku album. But before we break, Big Size.
Yes.
Gatekeeping has become a problem now. Mo industry affair. Nti oba wakata break the chains. Omutademu sente nyingi.
Yes.
Music production mastering buli kimu.
Yes.
Omwana naaveri wa inde wa naayitawo ne bamukuba yonna people abantu ne babuukira challenge ng'ate tataddemu nga bw'otaddemu.
Yes.
We have platforms like TikTok that have made it so easy for both good sound and bad sound to break through.
Yes.
How is that helpful or disadvantageous to the industry?
The world is disruptive.
Yes.
And you know, however much we want to eat a specific food, every person has a preference.
Yeah.
Oli ayinza preferring okwambala black ngomla yellow naye engoye zonna zitunda. What is important is you to identify your market.
Yeah.
And then some markets will buy quickly and stop buying. Some markets will buy slowly but buy forever. Kati when you talk about such a song, or a chant, if it goes viral, the question can be, it has gone viral because you remember Gangnam Style?
Yes.
That guy, he just hit the world like in a second. And then there was people like Lionel Richie who had sung albums. Yeah. But if they put Gangnam Style here and Lionel Richie, which one would you go to watch or which one would you listen now?
We would remember Richie.
You'd choose
we would
Richie.
Choose Richie.
Exactly.
So I want to think, when Bandy, if I'm wrong, correct me. I will need a microphone, a Tambulam audience. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Nzendabanti, there's music travels through different journeys. Yes. And all artists also have different, I won't call it luck, different routes through which they become successful. Some will, you've seen some celebrities, footballers, they will sing your song or they will dance to it in the back room and then boom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Some of the artists will have to go through a record company, and then the record company is going to go through the formal ways of promoting an artist and investing. Boom, yes. That's another one. Yeah. You've seen artists like me, all artists in my caliber, who have their own money and they have invested in themselves. Davido is your best example. Okay. So art has a lot of channels. So I never worry about anything. Ochali kwako, after 1 week wajaba wakalala. Okay? So that's not my worry. My worry is consistency. Once you're ready to know your journey and you know your target, consistent. Yes. It will happen either way. Yes.
If you have a question for Big Size BebeCool, send it on 07071 02102. You're listening to Galaxy FM. Shout outs to you Abatulabaku Galaxy TV and everyone that is streaming on different platforms.
And also tell them to stick the questions to music. To break the chain.
Wobuze ekibuuzo nga tekiri ku music tetujja kiddamu. Enamba erina